What's up guys, Curtis here and welcome to Assembling Arsenal episode 24, as you can see from the title up above. Today we have a pretty action-packed episode. We're trying out the new man of the match, Gervinho. We buy a new player. He's not one of the best ones, but we do buy a new player. We play a couple games and it seems that just lately our record and stuff is just going through the roof. So before we get onto that, what I do want to say is if you want a fast and reliable coin service, check out utcointraders.com. There is a link to them in the description down below as always. Now, what I'm going to do actually is after this, after recording this, I'm actually going to look back at like since I got into Division 1 and see how many times I've won it, because I think every time we've tried, we've won Div 1, and I think if we win it this time, that'll be the 4th in a row, which is pretty impressive considering most of the time we've had Shamak up front and Gervinho in the squad. Now that's no mean feat to do so, but obviously Podolski is the best player on the game. He's incredible. He's just so overpowered, scores every single goal. I did say last episode I think I was going to look through all the stats of the players, but I definitely will next episode have a look through, have like a little overview, see how we're getting on, look at everyone's stats, see how many games we've played with each player, how many goals we've scored with each player, just how each one's getting on and stuff like that. I'm sure Podolski is going to have ridiculous stats. I'm pretty sure he's played the most games, because I've got to a point now, I haven't really been mentioning it, but because as you know, I've opened a couple packs and stuff towards the start. We got some fitness cards, so every time he gets around like 88, I stick a fitness card on him so that we don't have to rest him, because a strike force of Giroud and Shamak quite frankly scares me. And when we've got Podolski there banging in 2, 3, 4, 5 goals a game, every single game, that's not just a random thing. Every game he'll get you 2 goals. It's so ridiculous. So when we've got him doing that, it scares me to not play him. I feel like we have to play him to get the win. So I've been sticking the fitness cards on that we had for him. I can't think of anyone else that I'd rather put them on. Like, they'd just go to waste otherwise, because every other position I'm completely happy to do rotation with. So it does help that he takes the penalties, as always, going down the middle just above the keeper. But at this point, we were 3-1 up. I was absolutely all over this guy. I think this is the game where at the end I'll actually show you the match stats, and it was rather laughable just how one-sided it was. But I was being a bit stupid, really. I was giving away stupid things. I'd bought out my goalie for the previous attack. Here, it just ridiculous shot just goes straight in with so much ease. It's now 3-all. Don't need to fear, though. At the 85th minute, we picked the ball up with Shamak, of course, being the best player on the game, just behind Podolski. He plays it to Podolski, who just easily banks that in the back of the net, giving us the 4-3 lead. And just to make sure, in a second, as you'll see, Podolski picks the ball up, gives it to Cazorla. Cazorla gives it back to Lucas, and I wanted to just be sure. Podolski gets fouled there, but gets the ball straight back. But instead of going with it with Podolski, I gave it to Santi, who banged it home. And believe it or not, that wasn't the end of the goals. I was 5-3 up, but he still decided to try and get one back, which he managed to do successfully here. Gotsa picking up the ball. I'd kind of just given up at this point and thought, yeah, it's one. I was sliding all over the place, and he does a little bit of a sweaty goal, but very similar to my last one as well. So you can't complain about that. And it finished 5-4 to us. Once again, Podolski picking up a hat-trick. And look at these stats. 20 shots to 5 shots on target for him as well, 15 to 5. I don't think I have seen stats so funny in a 5-4 result. That's pretty jokes, that. But so we win that game, and we're now 3-0-0. Our total record being 47-7-7. And bear in mind, one of them was a disconnect on my end, one of the losses, and 2 of them were when we had full bronze team. So really, we could be looking at that same 47-7-4, which would be absolutely insane. But we pick up Andre Santos. We just needed him for the checklist. That was kind of all. So I've just picked him up. He's not even gone into like the squad or anything. He just goes straight into the club. A relatively cheap one. You would have seen there as well. I picked one up in like 4-3-2-1 or something for 1,000 coins. That was it, because obviously he's transferred. There's not many of him. And then there was also one in 4-1-2-1-2 with a 400 coin bid that I put on. In hope that if I pick him up, at least I've got him in 4-1-2-1-2 and you guys can't moan. So we go into this next game against a full Saudi team. Now, obviously, I was hoping to win this one, and I think because I saw our averages team was of all bronzes and silvers, I think I kind of let my foot off the gas a bit and didn't rinse him as much as I should to start off with. But Santi Cazorla did pick up the lead there for us in the 32nd minute, giving us the 1-0 lead, and that was how it was as we went in at half-time. I think, again, you see I was relatively all over him. He didn't have a single shot on target there, as expected, at like 7 shots on target to 0, because obviously he had such an average team. But he came out in the second half and like instantly after the restart, chipped it in, and Falatar, yeah, good old Falatar, I know him well, managed to score a header. But after that point, I thought, hang on, this is a full Saudi silver and bronze team, this isn't on. So I went down the other end almost instantly after that, got one there with Wilshere. Unusually cropping up with a goal there is Inform 1 picking up a goal for us, and then almost instantly after that gave the ball to, I think that was Giroud, then back to Cazorla, then through to Podolski, who then eventually managed to pick up another one, make it 3-1. We kind of just turned on the style here in the second half, and then again almost instantly after that Podolski got himself put through, so I think he ended up missing it, that was it. So we scored in the 48th, the 53rd, and then we scored from the goal kick after that and scored in the 56th. So a big succession of goals there, and obviously he had enough and ended up quitting out from the game and giving us the win by did not finish, and that meant we're now 4-0-0 in Div 1. That means we just need to win 3 of our remaining 6 games to win the title, win the division, which would be an absolutely insane little record there. I don't know why we're playing so well in Div 1, but nonetheless we are, and that is the end of this episode of Assembling Arsenal, guys. I hope you are enjoying it. Please continue to show that support by dropping a like on this video. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Click the screen now to check the 2 latest uploads to my second channel. Thanks again for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.